This entire series is dedicated to expressing fully my love of life and sharing with you actionable items that you can do on your own that will align you with it. My name is Kiana Sage, and I guide people to peace. And today's topic is about being prepared mentally. So today is a Sunday, and I just finished watching the playoff game. And I could tell you before I started watching the game what I was picking up energetically from the teams. Not that it matters to most people because they don't look at the teams that way. They look at the teams as who do I want to win and who do I want to lose. How I look at teams is who is ready and who is not. So that's what inspired today's topic. I'm just trying to move this and inspired me to share with you today what helps people be ready mentally, and it may surprise you. So, first of all, most people who are preparing for the week or for a month or for their year or even for a job interview or for a promotion or a job change, most people are so focused mentally that they forget that without the emotional stability, the mental strategies go out the window. So, what you want to do is prepare mentally and emotionally. So, how do you do that? And I'm not putting one above another, just so you know. I'm just saying there are levels. And what most people do and where they struggle is in the preparation emotionally. So even though this is titled mental preparedness, they go hand in hand. And I think that's what most people are missing is that the mental strategies don't work if you're not emotionally aligned to your strategy or to your outcome. So everything about getting a new job, a new promotion, a new client, a new whatever, a new relationship is all about being aligned. It's not all about your mental focus of what you want. It's like, what is that? What is it that you're focused on mentally? Okay, what are the obstacles that might come up? And of those obstacles, are you prepared emotionally for that? And the reason why most people aren't prepared for an obstacle is because they haven't addressed emotional challenges of the disappointment, the distress, the discord, the frustration, the irritation, and maybe even avoidance that comes from the emotional aspects. Because the truth be told, and I might have to do a series within a series of the emotional body because we have not been trained or conditioned as a human species on how to contend with our emotional bodies. But to prepare mentally requires that we look at what our obstacles might be for the week and prepare for those challenges. So I even made a note on this that we basically try to forecast like, okay, if I'm going to go into the future, this might happen, this might happen, this might happen. And what is my emotional response going to be to each of those potential things? So a funny thing happened today is one of the things that I do is I like to comment on other people's posts. And as I was commenting on a post this morning, this gentleman was posting about being triggered, and his strategy for working on this trigger was to um, basically unfriend and disregard that relationship. And my comment to him was that does not take away the trigger. Because that guy, that person, that situation is a gift that is teaching you. And if we don't learn the gift, guess what? It shows up in another way. And guess who triggered him? Yours truly. So we don't want to negate our emotional stability as we're moving forward in our mental strategies. So you want to forecast what potential obstacles are. And that way, if something comes out of the blue, that's okay because you would have been emotionally prepared based on your preparation. So you're forecasting through the week. Do I see any situation. So, for example, if somebody were going in for an interview, what would I say to be mentally prepared? And I would say, be prepared to say the wrong thing. Now, when you say the wrong thing, which is potentially going to happen, what is your recovery strategy on saying the wrong thing? Most interviewers or interviewees have zero strategy for that. And that emotional hiccup is exactly what flips them and crashes the entire interview. So, that is how you prepare for an interview. Another mental strategy is for, let's just say you have a chronic health issue that creates hiccups within your week. And as much as you plan to not have that problem, it arises. So, what is the strategy that you have in place to emotionally negate the disappointment that you have that you're not operating as you would wish? What is that strategy? Disappointment, despair, frustration. I wish I could do it, but I can't. Prepare emotionally for worst case scenario. Then you have emotional stability as you're moving through the week. So if that issue doesn't happen, then you can progress optimally. But the problem is with this, when people have chronic health issues, they often plan and have a pattern to plan for being in despair or taken out of commission, and we never strategize for what we're going to be like emotionally when those things happen. If we can plan for that, let's just say I'm going to be sad, why don't we address the sadness before the sadness actually occurs? Like, maybe I don't have to be sad, maybe this time I can be excited that I have different things to do in my week. Or you can figure it out, but that would be your strategy. So I don't know if I'm making sense on this, but what I want to say is you have to have a strategy emotionally and mentally. And that's what makes you mentally prepared, is that the strategy is composed of both your emotional and mental aspects. Anyways, so prepare for the worst. Don't spend a lot of time ruminating over it. Prepare emotionally for the worst. And that prepares you mentally. It sets you up to be able to strategize through any obstacles that come up. So you're not taken out of commission by being upset or depressed, that you can rebound much quicker. So, cheers to being in sync, being mentally prepared, and for aligning to peace. My name is Kiana Sage, and I guide people to greater peace. Cheers and happy Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow.